We are continuing our discussion about Venus, and today we are discussing Venus with Mercury, or Venus in the third house or sixth house. I know, what are we doing here? I don't know. So I'm Fox of Red Sky, and I am your astrologer, your soul coach, and I am the host for Astrology Obsessed. So what does Venus and Mercury, whether it's sextile, trine, or conjunction, how does this placement affect your money, your career? Where should you be allocating your time, energy, and resources where it will bring you the most abundance? And this is also in reference to Venus in the third house or Venus in the sixth house. So, because both of those houses are typically ruled by Mercury. These are typically ruled by Mercury if you understand, your natal chart in the original ruling. So what is Venus? What is Venus? Venus is the planet of beauty, of luxury, and of wealth. And this is a huge indicator, one of the biggest indicators in your natal chart as to how, where, and why you're going to obtain money, whether it's through an inheritance, or I married this guy, or I have this amazing career, or I'm a super celebrity, whatever it is. Venus has a huge part of it. And so what is Mercury? What is Mercury? Mercury is the planet of communication, logic, thinking. I have a lot of Mercury, so I'm like, no, no. It has a little bit of a nervous energy to it because it's mercurial, it's movement, it's Mercury. So it's very fast thinking, very logical thinking, and so how do they work together? Especially in reference to how you're going to earn money, how you're going to attract abundance, and so forth and so on. So in terms of your career, Mercury and Venus, conjoined or sextile or trine, or Venus in your third house or Venus in the sixth house. You are going to be an excellent writer. And this can be all the way from fantasy writer to technical writer. And you're going to be able to really just get all the nitty gritty down and just kind of, whether it's you're writing books or you're writing script or you're writing HTML, you're writing a code, you can even write code. It's about, this is a very technical thinking process. It takes someone who has that ability. And with Venus, an aspect to it, it's like refining it to it's not just being able to write or being able to speak well, but like doing it in such a way that it's very beautiful. This is your skill set. This is how you're able to make money in this lifetime. And so another is being a speaker, whether it's being a life coach or, somebody who is encouraging people, or where you're having to stand up in front of people and really talk about something, whether it's something you're talking about, something that you know a lot of information about, a lot of technical information about, but it's something where you have a lot of knowledge and you feel very comfortable and you can speak in a very Venusian way, in a very pleasing to the ear kind of way. And so you make a really good teacher. Teaching is very, very important with Venus and Mercury placements, or Venus in the third or Venus in the sixth house. Also, if you are really good, you're really good with media, whether it's editing or just, being able to be in front of the camera or be able to be the director, the producer, all these things. It definitely has to do with communication and all its forms. And so then you're also really good at computers and new technology. And these are our techies, man. These are our techies. When Venus is conjoined with or sextile or trine with Mercury, these are our tech geniuses. You're also really good at logistics, being able to transport goods, being able to really, so you might make money in that regard. You might be able to make money where you are selling goods on eBay, or selling, maybe you're the third party person where it's going somewhere else. Clerical work, you see the details. Mercury is really good at paying attention to the details. So, and you need that in any kind of clerical work. Also analysis. So, when you have to, whether it's scientific analysis or any kind of analysis where you have to really kind of think outside of the box, pay attention to the details, be the expert in that particular field. Another really good job for Venus in the 6th house or Venus in Mercury is anything having to do with health. Maybe even being somebody's workout trainer, having to do with exercise, helping people get on track for their diet, dieting, health, and exercise, all those things. And the last one I would mention, but it's really, really, really good, is, and I know I've said it in another episode with Venus, but this has to do with handcrafted, but you are like super skilled. I'm not talking about something like, okay, I made myself some paper airplanes or I'm selling these little like dog collars on Etsy or something. I'm talking about somebody who is really heavily good at maybe making Swiss watches, like a really amazing jeweler who's like the finest of their craft. And it takes a good eye and a good patient skill to be able to do really difficult things. So these people are definitely they are like the jewelers of the world with like high-end jewelry. So let us talk a little bit about the sextiles, the trines, and the conjunctions. And for those of you who don't know what that is, a sextile is just like a little kind of like, it's not a triangle per se, but it's not opposite, or it's not squared. And what it means is it provides a little bit of harmony between the two planets. And Venus and Mercury sextile, these people are very good at talking. They are the sweet talkers, and as they say, flattery will get you everywhere. And Venus sextile with Mercury knows exactly this. They are really good talkers. They are definitely your car salesmen. I don't want to say they're your car salesmen, but they're really good at making you feel like you trust them. This is right. You have the knowledge, so this is a really good placement of being able to talk and really be able to just like, sweet talk somebody into buying the Ferrari or whatever. Like, what is that old saying? Sell ice water to an Eskimo kind of thing. So another aspect, so is Venus trined with Mercury. Now, like I've always said, trines are especially good. And if your Venus and your Mercury is trined, which mine is, if your Venus and your Mercury are trined, these are people who have a special talent. They tend to talk with their hands. They tend to talk with their hands. They are the finest jewelers. They have perfected their craft, that they are the masters of it, whether it has to do with fashion, whether it has to do with the multiple arts that Venus has, usually having to do with a kind of a technical skill, using the mind or communication. But they are the best. They are the best. And so that is where they're going to make their money. That is where they're going to have the most success in this life, because they were given a gift. You were given a gift to be able to really connect your voice with your heart and speak from a place that really allows you to flourish in that direction, in that life. Okay, so now we have Venus and Mars conjunct. And remember, that's like when they're right next to each other, or they're like almost on top of each other. And so what does that mean? These people make great business people. They are great salespeople. They are your hype guy, man. Everybody needs a hype guy. They're so good at being able to lift everybody up. They are that motivational speaker. They're the ones that get you going. They are the Tony Robbins's of the world. Like when you have your Venus and your Mercury conjunct, and I bet you if we looked at Tony Robbins's natal chart, it would totally be conjunct or something of that nature. You're able to speak from your heart. And like I always say, the mind lies, but the heart never lies. And so when you can really speak from that place, that authentic place, people are going to listen. People are going to listen, and that is how you're going to draw abundance in your life. So I want to thank you so much. By the way, I know I get a little bit passionate and I get a little, deep about all this, but so Venus and Mercury conjoined, or Venus in your 3rd or 6th house. This is how you're going to build wealth, attract money, and this is where the areas of life you should really focus your time and attention to. So I want to thank you so much. If you're curious about your own chart, if you want to know what exactly it is, or if you want some one-on-one coaching with me, I have some links below of how you can schedule some time with me. I want to thank you so much. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you have not. Please be sure, please be sure. And I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I hope you're having a beautiful day, night, wherever you are in the world. I'm sending you love. Thank you.